And we back. Today we're doing another experiment. You guys loved the one from a few days ago, so I figured another one that I really wanted to do. I was going to hold it for a little bit, but I really want to see how this is going to work out. What if the NBA had no loyalty? Now you're probably saying to yourself, Kenny, the NBA already has no loyalty. DeMar DeRozan was traded from Toronto after blood, sweat, and tears was put into that city. But I mean like literally in 2K terms, no loyalty. And I'll explain what that means in a second. Right now we are making everything on auto because as this experiment is going on, I don't want to have any factor in it. I'm just going to observe, analyze, and make a conclusion. You feel me? For y'all listening to school, y'all know all about that, but we're doing this on 2K. So I did pick Chicago Bulls again because it don't really matter what team I have. Make all of that auto. Okay, so we could go around the league and go to any player and go to edit player. We go to their vitals, you know, we got their name, their positions, college, and LeBron's case, high school, all these different things, birthday, yada, yada, yada. But we get down to some important stuff. How important is it for LeBron to play for a winner? How is it important for LeBron for financial security? And how loyal is LeBron? Now, what I did, I went to every single player in the NBA and put their loyalty on 0. And I knew this was going to take a long time, so I started a timer when I did the first player into the last. It took me 48 minutes to create. You may not be able to see it. 48 minutes to create this roster, put everybody's loyalty down to a 0. So in today's video, we're just going to see what's going to happen. Players like Kevin Durant, who's a free agent this offseason, his loyalty is on 0, which means that he probably won't resign. This is my first time testing the experiment, so I don't really know what's going to happen. Oh my God, they got the back of his head right. Whew. I don't know how this experiment is going to go, but theoretically, the way it's going to work is that every team is going to be losing their players because that player is not loyal to that situation. Do they have it? It says he's satisfied with how everything is going right now, but who knows how that's going to go throughout the season since his loyalty is down. So this offseason, we have Kevin Durant as a free agent. We have Kawhi, Kyrie, DeMarcus, Jimmy, Klay Thompson. There's a lot of free agents this offseason. So on today, we're about to see where these players are going to go. We're going to do this for a couple years and just try kind of see how it's going to pan out. But I'll see y'all at the end of the season. All right, Stephen Curry won MVP. DeAndre Ayton wins Rookie of the Year. Tyreek Evans, 6th man. Giannis, Defense Player Most Improved, goes to Aaron Gordon. And Nick Nurse wins Coach of the Year. I don't care about all NBA teams and nothing like that. My Bulls did not make the playoffs, which makes a lot of sense. It's kind of how it's going to go in real life, right? But let's go ahead and just simulate to the end of the postseason. See who wins the championship. My guess is going to be the Raptors because the Raptors always win in year 1. I wouldn't say always. Actually, they're down 3-1 to Atlanta. So maybe they don't even make it out of the first round. And they do, actually. Okay, so Raptors Warriors is what it's going to be. It always is. It always is. And of course it is. Let's see who wins it. I mean, this is not what the finals matchup is going to look like next year. And there we go. The Raptors win in 7. Kawhi Leonard wins the MVP. And game 7, they win by 14 points. All right. But let's see how it goes, man. Did Kawhi Leonard sign an extension through the regular season? Let's find out. Because, again, I don't know how this is actually going to go. I don't know if this experiment is going to be a dud. So let's go over and see if he re-signed. He did not. Okay, that is perfect. Player retirements, Dirk, VC, Powell. May they all, enjoy retirement. So we're going to go right to free agency because, again, I don't have any say in the Bulls thing, so I don't want to impact them at all. What we're going to do, we're going to go into free agency, simulate like 5 or 6 days in, and then we're going to stop it. So we're going to stop it at day 7. All the big name free agents are off the market. JJ's got an offer from somebody, but, he ain't loyal. It look like he may be going to the Hornets, baby. Okay, Kevin Durant, stay with the Warriors. Kevin Durant, his loyalty was on 0, and he stayed with the Warriors. Kawhi Leonard went to the Hawks. See, this is what I'm talking about. The Jazz get Kyrie Irving and Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. That is tough. Karl-Anthony Towns resigns. DeMarcus goes to play with LeBron. Jimmy stays in the Timberwolves. Out of all people, I did not expect the Timberwolves to re-sign Jimmy. Klay resigns. Oh, Kemba's in Chicago. All right. I definitely didn't expect Klay and Kevin Durant to re-sign. Are you kidding me? Hassan Whiteside goes to the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan stays with the Mavericks. The Spurs get Al Horford. The Cavs re-sign K Love. The Grizzlies re-sign Marc Gasol. 76ers get Chris Middleton. Makes a lot of sense. Like, honestly, that makes sense. And like in real life, if they did that, that would make sense. D'Angelo Russell resigns. Valanciunas goes to the Hawks. The Heat re-signed Goran Dragic. The Nuggets re-signed Paul Millsap. The Pelicans picked up Tobias Harris, which is not bad at all. Eric Bledsoe resigns. The Kings pick up Harrison Barnes. Dwight Howard goes to New York. New York fans, y'all been talking about getting a big name free agent. I guess this don't really count considering he's 33 and past his prime. The Celtics pick up Nick Vucevic to be their replacement for Al Horford. Julius Randle goes to the Clippers. Isaiah Thomas to the Magic. Miles Turner stays the Pacers. The Raptors pick up Tyreke Evans. Derek Favors goes to the Lakers. Did we see? Oh, Kawhi Leonard left already. Okay, so Kawhi Leonard did leave. So that Raptors team that just won the championship is basically no longer. They're trying to replace him and so on. Bobby Portis to the Magic. Willie Cauley-Stein to the Pacers. Rondo goes to the Pistons. A lot of people moved places, which is perfect. That's kind of what I want. Mo Bamba resigned. Okay. That's kind of what I was expecting, or that's what I wanted when I made this video. I wanted every team just to be different. You know, some superstars did resign, but for the most part, teams are going to look completely different this year. And that's exactly what I wanted to accomplish with this experiment. So I know we're going to have some free agents this offseason as well, but I kind of want to look at teams' new starting fives and things like that going into the season, because this free agent class was so tough. I was hoping that Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant went their separate ways, but that powerhouse is still it. They're probably going to win a championship again this year, which, I mean, depending on what team you're a fan of, sucks, but it is what it is. So where do I go? Do I go to player intel, team intel? So we're going to do it this way. Chris Middleton is now the starting small forward with the 76ers. So Chris Middleton, what are they going to have? I'm going to make Markelle Fultz a shooting guard because that's what he's playing in real life. So we're going to have Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz, Chris Middleton, Dario, and JoJo. That team is tough. This team, the Bucks pick up Kelly Oubre, which is kind of solid. They draft a guy with a 76 overall. The Bulls didn't do anything really except for Kemba. This rookie was the 3rd overall pick. He's an 85 overall. Oh my God. The new guy to save Cleveland, I guess. Marcus Morris, Ricky Rubio, Greg Monroe's. Like, every team has new pieces, and that's what I wanted, man. We did it. We did it. Nick Vucevic. Kyle Quinn, that's kind of trash. Hassan Whiteside, Julius Randle, Jonathan Motley, who's a 78 overall. Okay. I just want to see the big stuff. So, like, this team, like, honestly, the Hawks just turned themselves into a contender by signing not just Kawhi Leonard, but Valanciunas as well. I mean, he's definitely an upgrade. I think, yeah, they had Alex Len starting last year. So he's definitely an upgrade from Alex Len. They still got Trae Young, whose overall is an 82, which is great for a rookie. And then so on and so forth. We got the Miami. They couldn't sign him. They made a trade for Blake. Because, yeah, Blake wasn't a free agent. So they traded for Blake last season. So Blake, Goran Dragic, Josh Richardson, Bam Adebayo. I kind of like this roster, if we being honest. I don't know what they traded, but I like this roster. I really like that roster. Okay, I dig it, Miami. Make your moves. Wow, the Hornets suck. Their best player is JJ Redick. That is a big ouch. That is a team rebuilding ouch. Yikes. But they do have Derrick Rose, so I'm rooting for them. All right. The Jazz, Kyrie Irving, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Joe Ingles, and now they got Brook Lopez. They don't have a starting power forward. I guess they're going to roll out JaMychal Green, but nonetheless, this Jazz team should be competing this year. This backcourt is going to tear it up around the league. Sacramento Kings pick up a veteran in Harrison Barnes. The Knicks pick up Spencer Dinwiddie and Dwight Howard. Also drafted Ryan Ball, a 6'9" power forward, 1st overall pick. Kevin Knox is a year older. They pick up Al Jefferson for some reason. Salah Mejri. The Lakers, Boogie, Derek Favors, Sean Livingston, JJ Barea. Like, again, teams are making things happen, and I like it. IT is the new starting point guard in Orlando. Bobby Portis, a power forward for them. The Mavericks, Aeneas Kanter, Pat Bev, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, Andre Roberson. Everybody has like 4 or 5 new guys in their roster. Everybody has 4 or 5 new guys in their roster. Any team that just like made a big time, like the Nuggets didn't do anything big. They pick up Alfred Payton, which you may consider that big as a backup point guard. So yeah, they did okay. They did okay there. The Pacers, where's Victor Oladipo? Where is Victor Oladipo? He wasn't a free agent, so that means they traded Victor Oladipo to the Pelicans, I'm guessing. Yes, Victor Oladipo got traded for Drew Holiday. Yo. So the Pels have Anthony Davis and Victor Oladipo. Also, Tobias Harris is a starting power forward. J.R. Smith, they got a high-value shooter. Okay, I mean, listen, I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him at all. The Pistons don't really look great, all right? The Raptors don't look great either after losing Kawhi. They still got, Kyle Lowry and Tyreek Evans and Serge, so maybe they're still a playoff team, but they're definitely not going to win another championship. The Rockets didn't have money to do much. They pick up Wilson Chandler, but that's nothing. The Spurs pick up Al Horford. Al Horford is a Spurs-type player. Am I right? Am I right on that? Al Horford is a Spurs-type player. The Suns, they have money this offseason, but they pick up Harry Giles and Jordan Clarkson. They didn't do anything big. OKC, nothing. Jeff Green is back. Timberwolves, keep Jimmy Butler, but that's all they had money for. The Blazers, Tristan Thompson and Markieff Morris. And the Warriors still have a big four. Wow. And the Wizards, it is what it is. Okay, so we go to the end of the season. I don't know who the free agents are in this draft class, but of course, there's always going to be a couple big names. So let's see who resigns. I think I'm going to go 3 years on this and then call it a video. Russell wins another MVP. Rookie of the Year went to the guy from the Cavs. Six-man year went to Dennis Schroeder. Defense player went to Kawhi in Atlanta. Jaylen Brown was most improved. And Billy Donovan wins Coach of the Year. Never in the world would you ever see that. Let's be real. Okay, so let's see how things went across the league. Players and their new teams. Let's go to the conferences. The 76ers are the number 1 seed in the East. Boston Celtics number 2 after losing Al Horford. They still stayed afloat, They actually had Aaron Baines starting over Nick Vucevic. I mean, hey, if that's what you want to do, that's what you got to do. You got to remember that they did still lose Kyrie Irving as well, so Terry Rozier is the starting point guard here. The Raptors stayed afloat and actually ended up being the 3 seed. Tyreek Evans averaged 21 this year. That's career year, right? Yeah, that's career year for Tyreek Evans, so that's the reason why. Shout out to him. Atlanta, like I said, they're going to be in contention with Kawhi and everything. Kawhi and Valanciunas. Off the bench, they got Taurean Prince, Wade Baldwin, who, may not be that great, but at 78 overall. The Bucks and company, they lost Chris Middleton, but they still make the playoffs. The Orlando Magic make the playoffs with IT, and then the Bulls make the playoffs with Kemba Walker. We were 41-41, but we made it. And then the Hornets make the playoffs. I thought they were going to be a major tank mode. Yo, that's crazy. Their best overall player going into the season was JJ Redick. And they are a playoff team right now. Congratulations to them. Derrick Rose averaged 15. Come on, baby. That's what we like to see. Any team that should have made it that didn't. The Washington Wizards with John Wall, Bradley Beal, and Otto Porter still didn't make it. That team that I said I liked with Blake Griffin and Goran Dragic, they were like the worst. They were literally the worst team in the league. Ouch. That sucks for me saying I like them, and they were terrible. Okay, so the number 1 seed in the Western Conference was OKC with Marshawn Brooks starting at the shooting guard and Metu starting at the power forward. But regardless, they are a big 3. And then off the bench with Dennis, led the league. This big 4 was the 2nd seed by 7 games. So this may not be a year that they win. We'll see. The Utah Jazz team with Kyrie Irving and Donovan Mitchell. Oh my God, Kyrie averaged 28. My God. If they were like the 1 seed, that's an MVP season, Kyrie. 28-6-3. Jesus. Then what did Donovan Mitchell average? 22. Donovan Mitchell averaged 22. That is, that's dope. I'm actually really happy about that. The Suns didn't make any big moves. The Timberwolves didn't either. The Lakers making the playoffs barely, but they did make it with Boogie. They got Brandon Ingram coming off the bench. All right. And the Spurs miss it by 2 games. Their roster's not bad. They just missed it. Actually, their roster's pretty good. DeJounte Murray, DeMar DeRozan, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Al Horford. That team should have made the playoffs, but they didn't. Let's get to seeing who win the championship. OKC's the number 1 seed, but does that mean they're going to make it to the finals? I don't really know because we still got the Golden State Warriors being very, very good. Out there west, we got LA versus Golden State. That's a matchup I'm really looking at. LA's up 3-2. The Bulls got eliminated. That's fine. The Golden State Warriors got eliminated in the first round with still 4 all-star caliber players. Anything can happen in the 2K realm. All right, but let's see who wins it all. See if the Lakers make it to the Western Conference Finals with their roster. LeBron said it don't matter what our seed is. Kawhi Leonard is also trying to say that out east, being up 3-1 on the Boston Celtics. Kawhi Leonard makes it to the finals 2 years in a row. The Lakers lose in Game 7, and now we got a battle. Don't tell me Kawhi is going to win 2 championships in a row with different teams. Oh, Kawhi in 2K is ridiculous. 2 finals MVPs, back-to-back seasons with 2 different rosters. Has that ever, that has never been done. There's no way that has ever been done. All right, that's how that ended. See, that's a good season, man. That's the type of shakeup we really need in the NBA. Let's go to league meetings and decline everything. All right, everything's rejected. Same thing as last year. We're going to go to free agency, simulate a couple days in. I don't even know who the big name free agents are this year, but I'm guessing there's going to be a few. And it's not even just about big name free agents anymore, because those small pieces going here and there, Anthony Davis is a free agent. Let's see where Anthony Davis is going to sign. We're going to go like to day 7 again. DeMar DeRozan is still a free agent. No offers on the table for DeMar DeRozan. I don't know how. Anthony Davis goes to the Pistons. Gordon Hayward goes to the Raptors. Oh my God. The teams basically traded big men. Anthony Davis went to the Pistons, and then Drummond went to the Pelicans. What sense does that make? Shouldn't they be trying to team up? Anyway, Jaylen Brown stayed. Draymond is out to Phoenix. That is very interesting. Devin Booker also resigned, so Devin Booker and Draymond together. That's a very interesting combo, man. Brandon Ingram resigns. Kyle Lowry goes to the Grizzlies. Is that back to the Grizzlies? Didn't he play for them before? Yes, he did. That's a team that he started his career with. Look at me. Jamal Murray stays. See, a lot of these guys are restricted free agents, the younger guys. Jabari Parker goes to the Mavericks. Mike Conley resigns. Dario resigns. The Nets pick up Harry Giles. The Bulls pick up Taurean Prince. Not a bad signing. Kostas Antetokounmpo for the second time in my videos get a big contract without playing. Somebody mentioned to me that it's because he played in the G League, and the G League is broken in 2K. Makes sense to me because it's 2K. Chris Dunn goes to the Pistons to team up with Anthony Davis. I don't even know who this guy is. Isaiah Taylor, he must have been in the G League as well. Eric Gordon goes to the Hornets, but those are the ones that really matter. Everything else here don't matter too much. How does DeMar DeRozan not have a job? He's still a free agent. We're 8 days into free agency. No offers on the table for an all-star DeMar DeRozan. And I'm guessing he averaged 22 last year as well. We're going to go to the end of the offseason, and we'll see where he ended up resigning and take a look at the rosters one more time. Kind of fast this year around because it wasn't that many big names. But I'll be right back. All right, so first we got to go into free agency. DeMar DeRozan did get picked up. Okay, great. There's an 81 overall 21-year-old guy in free agency. Nope, nobody want to pick him up. Okay. Where did DeMar DeRozan end up signing? Can we find that out? Go to all players. DeMar DeRozan ended up. Where you at, DeMar? He ended up with the Rockets. Whoa. Oh, that could be kind of big. Hold on. Let's take a step at a time. The 76ers didn't do anything big. Their players just got better. Markelle Fultz is better now. The Bucks didn't do anything big. The Bulls picked up Taurean Prince. The Cavs, that won Rookie of the Year, is almost a 90 overall now, so they got a nice big man duo down there. And then Colin Sexton's a little bit better as well. The Celtics lost Gordon Hayward, Al Horford, and Kyrie Irving back-to-back years. So their team is not great. They're still very good, though. With Jason Tatum's going to average like 20 this year. Definitely. The Clippers didn't do anything big. Grizzlies picked up Kyle Lowry. Their 2-man point guard is going to be nice, I guess. I guess you start one of them at shooting guard. They're both 6'1", so maybe not. I don't really know. Their best shooting guard in their roster is Langston Galloway. Kawhi Leonard and company, they didn't get much better, but like Trae Young got older. John Collins got older. So they'll be solid. The Heat, nothing. Kostas Antetokounmpo is the best guy on the Hornets again, he has not played a single NBA minute, but he's the best guy on their roster. Come on, man. Well, where is the big name players that change teams? All right, so the Pelicans, right, they made the signing of Andre Drummond, and now they still have Victor Oladipo from last season. It just sucks that those 2 guys couldn't make it work. The Pistons have Vince Hunter? This seems like a name I should know, but then again, I don't recognize the face. This team is not good, Anthony. This is the team you went to sign with. I mean, y'all did bring in Chris Dunn. I don't know what that dynamic is going to look like, but it ain't great. All right. The Raptors pick up a star in Gordon Hayward. LeBron. I'm sorry. Why did I say LeBron? James Harden, CP, and DeMar. I'm going, because knowing 2K, they're going to have DeMar come off the bench. So for their sake, I'm going to make DeMar their starting small forward. This team is going to be a tough team to beat. I mean, their bench is kind of trash. Actually, their bench is very trash. But that top four, come on, they can compete with anybody. Their starting power forward, though, is going to be Joel. Yeah, that guy. Joel or Joel, whatever. The Spurs, same roster. The Suns, they picked up Draymond Green. I don't remember if they made the playoffs last year, but if they didn't, this should be a year they make it. With D-Book, DeAndre Ayton almost a 90, and now they got an anchor to their defense with Draymond Green. OKC didn't do anything, but they didn't really have to. They ended up being very good that season. And then I think that's pretty much it around the league. What I'm going to do this offseason, we're going to go to the offseason. This is going to be one of the last years. I'm going to make LeBron a free agent and see where he ends up signing. Just like the last video, just to wrap it up. Russell wins another MVP. Rookie of the year went to Jared Vanderbilt. Oh, is that the guy in free agency that was like somebody needed to pick him up? He's an 81 overall. I think that's the same guy. Ricky Rubio wins 6th man of the year. Kawhi Leonard wins defense player of the year. Zach LaVine wins most improved, which may be happening this year in real life. He averaged 21 here. Mike D'Antoni. So let me get this straight. Last year, they had Billy Donovan, and Billy Donovan won coach of the year, and then they fired him to pick up Mike D'Antoni, and he also wins coach of the year. All right, I mean, if that's how you want to make it happen. But all right, let's see what teams didn't make the playoffs that probably should have. You know, that's kind of tradition every single year. So the Raptors didn't make the playoffs after picking up Gordon Hayward. Anthony Davis and company didn't make it. That's it from the Eastern Conference. Every other team that should have made it did make it. From the Western Conference, the Timberwolves still suck. The Clippers, they made a trade for Kyle Lowry because going into the season, Kyle Lowry was in Memphis. So halfway through the season, they were like Memphis. They had Mike Conley and Kyle Lowry. I guess it just didn't really work out. So they traded them. Both teams hit the lottery. But what they get in return for him, I don't even know. Julius Randle was a part of the Clippers. So that was their trade. Wow. Let's see who wins the championship. And I think it's going to be the last year of it all. The Jazz make it to the finals. Are they going to beat Kawhi and company? Moment of truth. Kawhi is just too good in 2K. Is he that good in real life? Well, I guess it was kind of Trae Young in Game 7. Both of them, actually. Both of them put up over 20. But Kyrie and Donovan Mitchell got very far and just lost it in Game 7. Ouch, that's tough. Kawhi in 2K is unbeatable, dog. They got Kawhi like he's LeBron. You know? So let's go to league meetings real quick. I said I wanted this to be the last year, so we're gonna keep it that way. I don't know who the free agents are this offseason, though. Let me go to just all of the rosters. Who's a free agent? Don't look like many people. Jason Tatum, but he's restricted. So it's not that many big. Damian Lillard. That'll be interesting. Donovan Mitchell, but he's restricted. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take control of the Lakers. Again, I just kind of want to see where LeBron would go. Same thing. No loyalty, LeBron. Where are you going to go? Go over to back to the Lakers. And we will release LeBron James into free agency. Sorry, Lakers fans, but that's just how we doing it for the sake of the video, for the sake of the experiment. Go back over to the Lakers, take off control, and then we're going to do the same thing. Same exact thing that we had did in the previous weeks or the previous years. We're in 2021 now, so was it year number 3 right here? To see how it goes. My guess is that LeBron is going to sign to a team none of us was expecting. A team that none of us were expecting. So we are 7 days in. LeBron don't even have an offer on the table. Same thing with Rudy Gobert, CJ McCollum, John Collins. There are a lot of free agents with no offers on the table. And then maybe because teams don't have money no more. Look at the contract Bradley Beal just got. 5 years, $200 million. Victor Oladipo got the same treatment. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Everybody's re-signing with their team because there's no cap space. Teams can't go out there and try to steal your free agent because they don't got the money. So let's go to the end of the season, see what LeBron signs, and then we'll just wrap it up. We'll call it the video there. What if LeBron is still a free agent? Okay, LeBron is not a free agent. Alex Len is still a free agent. Nobody really messes with Alex Len, I guess. Okay, lastly, rosters. We're going to go over to all and just see where LeBron goes. LeBron signed to the Washington Wizards. All right. The The Wizards, Ja Wall, Bradley, Beal, and LeBron. That's it. A 2-year, $90 million deal. That's the type of contract LeBron just got. All right, so that's where we're going to wrap up the video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, leave it a like. I think in the next time we try to do this experiment, we got to turn off salary cap too, because you just saw what just happened. Teams weren't able to sign new free agents because they had no money. Boogie got a 1-year, $40 million contract. That is crazy. So that's where we're just going to end it. Thank y'all so much. Or should we go one more year? Steph Curry? Russell Westbrook? Kawhi Leonard? I'm going to simulate 1 year. And if the same thing happens that nobody goes to a different team, I'll just end the video off so you ain't got to see it. But just know that the same thing happened. Okay, so what we thought was true, people are just resigning because of the money situation. So next time we do this, we're turning off salary cap. But I appreciate you getting to this point of the video. If you did enjoy it and you got to this point, just comment down below Kawhi for MVP. And I know you watched this entire video because Kawhi won Finals MVP 3 years in a row. All right, peace.